Capricorn, how are you? My name is Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for all you sea goats out there. And if there are messages that resonate with you in this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps my channel grow, so I really appreciate it. And also, if you want to keep up with the weekly readings I'm going to be posting, please subscribe to the channel. And if anyone would like a general reading, a personal reading rather with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. All right, we've got a good card already. I'm already vibing it. Also, we had a full moon on the weekend and your fellow earth sign of Virgo. Did it kick your ass, Cap? Did it? Because you do not fall too far from the Virgo tree. And I feel like I'll get into that. Okay, Caps, I'm excited for you. We have the Two of Wands reversed. We have the Five of Wands reversed, and we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So all reversals. So Capricorn, here's the thing for you. It's like, now, first of all, I feel like some of you for sure got super tripped up over the weekend. I looked at the timer. When I said that, the timer said 1:11. So confirmed. But yes, so we had a full moon in your fellow earth sign of Virgo over the weekend. So this happened on Saturday. So for some of you, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in and around the full moon, there might have been an outside circumstance that really tripped you up, that really triggered you, like maybe even worse than usual. Now, Capricorn, you are at a place, you are at the end of a very difficult yet important cycle. And this cycle really wants to end for you, okay? Because there is a new quest, like right here, right now for you. And this being reversed, it's almost like in terms of seeing the tangible results out there, it's not a no, it's like a no, just not yet, but soon, okay? Everything starts in the inner realm. So like whoever designed this bottle was like, oh, I could use a stainless steel bottle. I think other people could use that. I'd like this blue color because then, yeah, it would like really go with my eyes and whatever, and then blah, 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 blah. And then that person took that idea from the inner realm and maybe researched like, okay, manufacturer of stainless steel bottles. And then maybe they had a meeting with a factory owner, then blah, blah, blah. Then they picked the Pantone color, then the bottle ends up here. So things manifest in the physical realm last, because this is the most dense realm. The metaphysical realm is just less dense, right? So I feel, no, I know you've been making big changes, but it's been more of an internal quest. And this is important for you because I think a lot of you have never really done this before. So I feel like whatever is happening in your outer realm, especially if for some of you, like something over the weekend really tripped you up. It's like the universe is handing you things in the outer realm. It's only showing you what you can handle. And the point of this is to finally, I'm saying this with so much love, but to finally wake up your cute little stubborn Capricorn butt and be like, okay, I can't react to things like this anymore. I must now truly go inward because I can't go through life being knocked over this way for the rest of my life, okay? So any outer circumstance, Caps, is for you to finally be sick of it and to be like, okay, I get it. I'm now going to start paying attention to what the fuck is going on within me. And I think a lot of you have already been on this journey, but I think it's maybe been super illuminated lately. And I feel for some of you, you might have oddly come out of something recently and kind of seen things through a new lens, maybe for the first time ever. I think your reading last week had the Queen of Swords, which is kind of seeing clarity for the first time. You might be in a little bit of a Queen of Swords moment. And if you're like, oh, what? And even if you're afraid of that clarity, because it's like, whoa, what do you mean I could actually have everything I deserve and feel that I deserve it and be happy? You might be that cynicism, which I love. I love the Capricorn cynicism, but it's you might be kind of the fuck. But I sense maybe some of you, it's like if there was a big literal storm, you know, weather-wise, and then, you know, you go outside after the storm and there's like the birds like, and there's like dewdrops on the leaves. You might be kind of there a little bit to kind of like, okay, like, you know what I mean? And so, because there is legitimately a new, like, I think, honest to God, Capricorn, like soon, within the next month, couple months, and kind of from here on in forever, but I think there's going to be a big change overall. Like, it's happening now, but it's like going to like almost shock you how you'll feel within yourself, like soon. Okay. And by shock, I mean like in a good way, but it's like, I don't think you're going to feel a new level of consciousness and self-awareness and lightness, maybe even joy, maybe even love that you've never quite felt before. And that's when this card will be like, okay, I got the whole fucking world in my hands. Look at everything that is ahead of this person. It's literally everything. There's mountains, there's water, like it's everything. So it's kind of like right now, I feel like, okay, so this is like you. This is probably like you over the last 15 years, possibly your entire life, which is okay. It's just kind of fighting yourself, right? And it's a battle that no one will ever even win. It's like no one's even really doing anything. No one's actually even like hurting anyone. It's just kind of like, it's just kind of wasting energy. Now, there's something about you, I feel, that your patterns for a long time ran subconsciously. Now, I saw this video. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. I love him. It's like Corey Muscara. Anyway, he's great. He was a former monk, and now he's like, you know, living the life back in the Western world. And he just got married. I know he posts daily things like, you know, spiritual anecdotes and whatever. And he said something about patterns the other day. And I was like, oh, yeah. Because I went through that / am going through that. And I feel like this is where you are too. Okay, so I'm going to kind of delve into the concept that he shared the other day. That it's like, I feel like for you, Capricorn, you had a lot of patterns that ran in the background subconsciously, and you weren't really aware. And it really ran your life. It kind of, it created like manifesting a lot of heavy, negative, difficult situations. It might have caused you trouble in relationships, whether that be interpersonal, romantic, whatever. And like these patterns ran in the background, right? These kind of like fear-based limiting belief patterns. Now I feel because life has like thrown you through the ringer so much, and now we've closed off the 15-year cycle of Pluto being in Capricorn. So like from 2008 to now, it's been quite the cycle for Capricorn and all the cardinal signs, but especially Capricorn, but it just ended in January. So now I feel like because of, and if some of you, some outer circumstances have been thrown your way that really have thrown you off, but you're like aware now. So these patterns that used to run subconsciously for you, that used to kind of control your life without kind of your full knowledge, are now in the foreground. So it's like now the patterns are maybe still running, but you see it now. You're like, I'm doing the same thing. Now, the good news is, it's like when the patterns run in the foreground, it's almost like, don't fight it, Capricorn. It's almost like at this point, these patterns just need to now like run out of gas. Like, you know what I mean? They're there and they're kind of like, so it's like, don't fight yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you catch yourself falling in the same whatever, because you're aware now. And I've been through this with myself recently and I'm telling you, soon, or unless it's already happened, a similar thing that usually would throw you for a loop will present itself, and you'll be like, oh, I'm like 1 out of 10 triggered. And you're like, what the fuck? And you'll kind of see that situation roll by and you're like, okay. So it's like, you know what I mean, Capricorn? Don't worry. If you find yourself going back to an old pattern, consider that it just has to run its course and run out of gas, right? So don't force yourself, or don't beat yourself up. Don't go in the whole, see, I'm still a piece of shit, or I used to be a piece of shit. I think you should leave reference if anyone gets that. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, you used to be a piece of shit, Capricorn. You were never a piece of shit. But it's like, no, you just have to let the gas run out on this pattern, right? So don't exert energy on beating yourself up about you feeling triggered in a similar way about something, because now you have this awareness that you did not have before, okay? And it's very exciting. And also too, like the Virgo full moon, again, your apple doesn't fall far from the Virgo tree. And if some of you have even Virgo energy in your chart, if you're Virgo rising, Virgo moon, whatever, that you and Virgo, you don't fall too far from each other. And Virgo is the opposing sign of Pisces. Like, we're in Pisces season right now, which is a mutable water sign. It's like dreamy, mystical, magical, like illusions. And Virgo is a mutable earth sign. It's like practical, like organization, structures, discipline. It's earth, earth, earth. And when Virgo, so what happens with the full moon acts like a spotlight, and it shines a spotlight on our shadow, like on our subconscious. And when Virgo energy, like these full moons affect all of us, and like when Virgo energy is in its shadow, it comes across, which just means out of alignment. Virgo energy comes out as perfectionism, nitpicking, criticizing, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like, Cap, you're not too far off. Like the perfectionism thing is also kind of a shadow of yours. So again, it's like something over the weekend really threw you off in terms of like how things are supposed to be going and feeling out of control, right? And so, but Virgo is like human doing, right? And its opposing sign in Pisces is human being. So I feel like you might be awakened a little bit to like how much you've been doing. And you're like, what have I even done or experienced? You might be called more to lean into the human just being, right? Just being. And it's kind of like for you, your opposing sign is Cancer. I'm a Cancer. And it's like these opposing signs have so much to learn from each other, which is why these energies can sometimes be like triggering. It's like, you know, Cancer. It's like, I feel it's like the Capricorn Cancer axis is like, you know, one teaches the importance of like work and the other teaches the importance of love. And both things are so important because, you know, it's like kind of the emotional world meets the practical world. And it's like kind of, and that's kind of the crux of like creativity and so many beautiful things. And it's like to be like all poetic and blah for a second, but it's like, is there anything more beautiful like than the ocean meeting the shore? So it's like to bring yourself into balance within yourself is kind of a big part of your journey. And I feel like a lot of you just sense this and you feel it happening, that you're like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing like the last time I was really fucked up, and you probably came out of it quicker than you usually do. You're probably like, okay, like I literally cannot keep doing this, right? And so this card is kind of, you know, this person is obviously like, but it's something about just taking off the blindfold, right? And allowing yourself to be. If you're watching this, it's like if this is the permission you need to just be, even over this weekend, just be. Try it on. Try on human being, right? Versus human doing. See what happens when you stop fixating on the things you obsess over that you have no control over, that aren't even part of your desires or path, or like, you know what I mean? Try it on, the human being. And also too, it's like all these things, like again, coming back to the Virgo-ness, my phone is gonna die. Oh. Better wrap it up. So the Virgo, you know, Virgo, the full moon that just happened, and again, you kind of fall into the Virgo-y category too, is kind of like, you know, the human doing out there, organizing structures and blah, blah, blah. But really that's like the true structure that needs organizing and getting all tickety-boo in line is you, right? It's your physical body, your emotional world, because then that brings true intuition and knowing your heart's desires, knowing what to do next from a place of knowing instead of a place of fear. And like, fuck, I feel horrible, so I need to go control everything out there and work my ass off and just so I can not feel this pain anymore. You're on a very powerful path, Capricorn. I just love you. I think you're fabulous. This is gonna be, yeah, you're gonna be like shocked about what's coming for you, and it's within you. And then how that's gonna change your whole perception of reality and how that's gonna bring in abundance that you've never had. Just trust me on this. Let the gas run out on this bullshit. And I say that with love, because the bullshit is not you. It's just kind of baggage that you arrived here with. And it's time to let it go. And you see it now. And this is your opportunity for a brand new chapter of this. Like, this is how do I even need to say anything about this card? Look how positive and powerful this is. It's taking action, holding the whole world in your hands, and like really discovering yourself, others, the world, like food, music, everything. It's like you're about to, I think, finally maybe start savoring life instead of being thirsty for like things that you don't even know. Instead of being like parched and being like, oh, you're gonna finally start savoring life. And I'm very happy and very excited for you. I just love you. I wish you a beautiful weekend, Capricorn, of human being. Just be, just try it on, even for 2 days. See what happens. Love you.